Now we are about to see Lesson 7 Glimpses of India. It has three parts. Part 1 is A Baker from Goa, Part 2 is Hook, and Part 3 is Tea from Assam. Now let's move into Part 1 A Baker from Goa. When you heard the word Goa, immediately you would remember about white sand beaches, water sports, etc. Yes, Goa is famous for that. But do you know Goa was under Portuguese colony till 1961? Even though we got independence in 1947, Goa was under Portuguese colony till 1961. On 18th December 1961, Indian Army invaded into Goa and they did 36-hour long battle. At last, on 19th December 1961, Goa was independent from Portuguese. In the lesson, the author Lucio narrates about a traditional Goan village in which baking plays a vital role. His elders would often nostalgically say about the old Portuguese days. He started the lesson with a sentence, our elders are often heard reminiscing nostalgically about those old Portuguese days, the Portuguese and their famous loaves of bread. So Lucio's forefathers, they would often say about, they would recall at first the old Portuguese days. Reminiscing means nothing but recalling the things which happened in the past. Nostalgically feeling sad or pleasure when we think of our past. When we recall some of the past incidents, probably you would be happy. So that feeling is only referred as nostalgically. So the author's elders, they would often say about, they would recall and they would say about those old Portuguese days. They would say about Portuguese and their famous loaves of bread. Even though they have colonized them, they have influenced Goan people also much. So only that recall was very nice and it gives a happy feeling. And the people, those who loved that loaves of bread and those who have taken that loaves of bread. So it refers not only Portuguese. Portuguese, they left the place Goa, but still some of the people who took baking as the profession were still living in Goa. Some of the people might have settled in Goa itself. So some of the people, they have vanished. The people, those who love to eat that loaves of bread, have vanished, but still makers of bread are in Goa. Among Goan people, still makers, molders, and those who bake those loaves of bread are living. And not only those people, still that are age old as well as time tested furnaces also in Goa. Time tested furnaces means it shows it have much effectiveness rather than modern inventions. The age old things only gives effective output. So rather than a mixer or grinder, the old way of grinding only gives good taste to food. Such like that, time tested furnaces also still in Goa, whether is it used or not, but still the furnaces are in Goa. Those fire which is in the furnaces also not extinguished, the author said. So probably still they are using those furnaces. And whenever a baker entered, his arrival would be known by the thud and the jingling sound of his bamboo basket. That sound would announce that arrival of baker. The author says, nowadays also in Goa, we could hear the tat-tat and jingling sound of baker's bamboo, which shows the arrival of baker. In some of the families, father might not be alive, so that the family profession is carried on by son. The bakers are today also called as padeir in Goa. Padeir is a word in Portuguese language which refers bakers. So bakers are called as padeir in Goa. When author was a small child, Baker used to be children's friend, companion, as well as a good guide. Baker used to come nearby the author's house twice in a day. At first, in the morning, when he set out to sell his goods like bread and other things, he would come. For the second time, when he completely empty his basket, that means he might have sold everything so that his basket was empty, and for the second time he would come there. In some of the days, that jingling sound only woke up the children from the sleep. When they woke up, immediately they would run out, they would meet the baker and they would greet them. They immediately woke up and ran to meet him, not because of the love for those loaves of bread, because of the good friendship of bakers. The loaves of bread would usually buy by the maid servant of the house. They are called as Pascain or Bastine. They are maid servants. Maid servants would buy those loaves of bread and they would bring it inside the house. And the children, they would love to have bread bangles. They would choose their bread bangles themselves, and sometimes sweet bread would be specially made for children. They would love to have both. These are the bread bangles or sweet bread which is specially made for children. When the baker is seen near a house, a child could see baker entering into the scene with his music because of that bamboo stick, and the child could see the baker with the basket on the head, and he would have one hand on the basket to support the basket, and with another hand he would bang the bamboo on the ground so that he could make the sound and he could attract the attention of the people. When he stopped near a house, immediately he would greet the lady of the house like good morning. Then he would place the basket down. When he started to settle there, probably kids would surround his basket, and as they were children, he would just push them aside with a mild rebuke, without scolding or without showing any anger. He would do in a mild manner, and then he would deliver the loaves of bread to the servants. But the children would not give up. When he push, they won't go aside. They will try to climb on a bench or a parapet, and they would peep into the basket and they would see what is inside. Parapet is nothing but a low protective wall which is built along the edge of roof or balcony. In the picture you could see outside the door there is some space like balcony, and around the balcony a low protective wall is built. So this is parapet. So children would climb on the parapet to see what was in the baker's basket. When they peep inside, they could see what is in the basket, as well as they could get the good fragrance of the loaves of bread. The author says now too he could recall those fragrance of loaves. And a baker would bake loaves of bread for elders, and he would bake bread bangles for children. When the children buy that bread bangles, they won't care to brush their teeth or wash their mouth properly. And Arthur asked, why should they trouble themselves? Because each and every day to brush their teeth, they have to pluck some mango twig. You might have heard neem twigs would be plucked and used just like toothbrushes in villages. So not only neem tree in India, even a people tree twigs is also used as toothbrushes. In some other countries, lime, orange, olive, walnut, even apple tree tender twigs are also used as brushes. So Arthur and some other children in Goan village would have the habit of plucking mango twigs and brushing their teeth. So now Arthur asks, why should they trouble themselves to pluck and do their brushing? And there was no necessary for that too. They think in a funny way that whether a tiger, lion, and other animals brush their teeth. When they woke up, probably their mother would give them hot tea or coffee. So that would wash and clean their mouth properly. And that is enough. And after that, they would take their favorite sweet bangles. Bread is not only in their regular routine but also in special occasions too. You could have seen after marriage function a lot of gifts would be sent along with bride. So in Goan village, this sweet bread known as bowl is also sent as marriage gifts. And in parties and feast, bread takes a major role. Without this bread, party or feast is not fulfilled. If there is an engagement function, mother has to prepare sandwiches for her daughter's engagement, cakes, and these pulingas or must sweets for Christmas as well as other festivals. So from these we can say that baker plays an important role in Goan village as well as baker's furnace also plays an essential role in Goan village. In olden days, baker had a peculiar dress known as kaboy. It is a single piece of long frock which would reach down to their knees. In this picture, you could see a baker wearing a cowboy. He has a basket on his head, sweet bread bangles which are hanging there, and he had a long stick by which he can give that thud and jingling sound. When Arthur was a little boy, he could see bakers wearing a shirt as well as a trousers which could be shorter than a full pant but longer than a half pant. So we can say just like a 3/4 or longer than trousers. So when Arthur was a small boy, a person who wears a trouser longer, they would be commented like he's dressed like a pader. Pader means baker. Each and every day, the baker would deliver the bread and sweet bangles and he would collect his bill only at the end of the month. Monthly accounts would be recorded on some of the wall in pencil. Baking was a very profitable profession in Goa. The profession which gives a lot of profit, a lot of money. Baker as well as his family members never starved. They always looked happy and they looked blumpy too. Their blumpy physique, their blumpy nature is a proof that they never starved and it was a very profitable profession. And Even in modern days, too, the person who had a lumpy appearance is easily compared to a baker.